On to my top favorite beauty products of 2024. I'm going to break these down into hair care, skin care, and by the makeup item itself. And these are all items that have stood out to me. Maybe I haven't used them the whole year, if that makes sense, because I do want to mention products even if I haven't used them the whole year long. If they were like a late runner in the game, I want to mention that I love them still. So, but a lot of these products I have used over and over and over again this year. So I wanted to share those with you, my tried and trues. So let's get into skincare. My top favorite versatile skincare product, like we're talking just general moisturizing, works under makeup. I can use it for a night cream. I can use it for a day cream. It has been a workhorse for me this whole year, basically. It has been the Weleda Skin Food Nourishing Day Cream, and I love this product. It is made in Europe. It's made in Switzerland. It's like the lightest, most luxurious formula. It just instantly sinks into my skin. It doesn't sit on top like a lot of moisturizers. They have like a waxy feel. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like it leaves a slight dull, waxy feel like once it soaks into the skin. This does not do that at all. It just gives a nice prime and plump moisturized surface for my foundations or primers to go on top. It's not heavy, so it doesn't break down my foundations and my makeup and my concealers like if you use a heavy night cream under your makeup. So could not recommend this enough. It is not that expensive. It's $25, but again, skincare can get really pricey, you guys. Like if you want the good stuff, which again, if you're on a budget, I would say this would be a really great mid-range option. It has amazing skincare ingredients, but it's not going to break the bank, and you can use it day and night. You don't have to have a separate night cream as well as this one. Like this would work. I would say this might not be enough moisture if you have incredibly mature skin. So if you're over 40, if you have dry skin, I have combination skin, so it might not be quite enough moisture for a night cream in that case, but I still think it could work as a day cream. So favorite moisturizer of the year. Okay, so now sunscreen. This was a hard one for me, okay? I have rosacea. I have sensitive skin. I have acne prone skin. I have mature skin, and I want a sunscreen that's going to work underneath my makeup. So it cannot be too greasy. It cannot have a white cast. It is the Tula Skincare Protect and Glow Daily Sunscreen Gel, Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is a good alternative to Supergoop. I know I've heard a lot of people mentioning that product this year. I don't think that one is cruelty-free and vegan from what I remember when I was researching. So I wanted to find an alternative to that had the gel-based sunscreen that still had a little bit of glow in it. It has a little bit of mica in the formula. I will show you up close what it looks like. So if you can see that there, it has a little bit of a glow when applied to the skin. It's so pretty when you blend it under makeup. It just gives you that very glowy, dewy sheen. Like that's so stunning. It will blend in a little bit more if I fully blend it into the face, but isn't that stunning? Like that luminosity lit from within look. Oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing. It does have a slight texture to it. Like it feels a little bumpy when you first apply it to the skin. So that would be one con to the product, but I feel like it does eventually completely absorb into the skin. So I don't feel like it leaves a texture on the skin. So could not recommend this one enough. The only thing I wish is that it was SPF 50. It did claim that it has like probiotics in it. I don't really know how much I buy into that whole that it protects you from like blue light and protects the skin barrier. Maybe it does. I don't know the science behind it. I can't tell you 100%. Companies can claim whatever they want, right? It's not illegal for them to do so. But again, it does the job. It's amazingly thin, luxurious formula with that beautiful glow. It does its job. It gives me my SPF. under my foundation. I absolutely love it. So that is my sunscreen recommendation of the year. We're still in the skincare category. I want to talk about my top favorite serum of the year. I've been using the Crave Beauty Great Barrier Relief product. This one, I've heard some people, I've read some reviews on it. Some people with rosacea do tend to react to this one. For me, that has not been the case at all. So I would do a patch test if you want to test out this product before you spread it all over your face, just to make sure. I think it's the Timu oil. It is this nutty oil. Some people react to it, some people don't. I really do not at all. Like it doesn't break me out at all. It has really repaired my skin a lot this year. Beginning of the year, I have acne scarring. I have rosacea. I had like incredibly dry, rough skin when I started this year. Because I am aging, I have to change my skincare products, and I needed to adjust what I was doing because I'm 39 now. What worked for me in the past doesn't work for me the same anymore. I have to adjust my skincare to go with that. So this really helped. It really did help repair my skin barrier. I feel like now my skin is plumper and it retains more moisture. And I know the scent is polarizing on this one for some people. So if you are very sensitive to scents, I wouldn't get this one. But to me, it's like a refreshing, nutty scent. Like it just smells really natural. And it does dissipate fairly quickly. It's not something that's going to sit. It's not something that you're going to smell more than a couple minutes after you apply it. So, again, love this one. And it says, this creamy, nourishing serum works wonders on restoring your damaged skin barrier back to its best self. 10% tamanu oil, niacinamide, and a blend of nourishing your skin but better ingredients replenishes your skin with what has been lacking while soothing dry skin. That's a job well done. So, yeah, if you like Korean skincare, if you have dry combination skin, if you just need a little pick-me-up to your skin, this does work well under makeup. It is a lotiony feel. I will show you what it looks like. It's more of like a lotion texture, if that makes sense, but it does instantly absorb into the skin. So yes, highly recommend this one. I actually have grown to really like the scent. At first I wasn't sure, but now it just reminds me of like hazelnut coffee or something like that. Like I really like it now. So that has really helped my skin a lot this year. The other product that has helped my skin the most as far as texture, minimizing my pores, kind of getting rid of the dull, flaky old skin, has been this Saturday Skin Yuzu Vitamin C Sleep Mask. I don't love the packaging on it. I get that they're trying to replicate like a yuzu orange. Like I understand that. I just find it to be slightly wasteful packaging because if you can see, it's just a really small inner piece that has the product in it, and all this is wasteful outside. So I don't love that. But as you can see, I've gone through almost this whole tub. I absolutely love it. It smells like yuzu oranges, and it is, oh my God, it's a very gel-like formula. It kind of goes on thick into the face, but then it like instantly absorbs. It really just retexturizes my skin. I use it about 3 to 5 nights a week. That's what it recommends, to not use it any more than that. I use it in place of a night cream. Less is more. If you have rosacea, you do not want to be putting tons of product on your face. You really want to be intentional about what you're putting on your face. So I like to rotate my skincare. I don't put everything on my face at once. But yeah, I've been using this about 3 to 5 nights every week, and it just improves the texture of my skin so much. It reduces the size of my pores. My skin just looks so youthful and glowy when I wake up the next day. I just absolutely love this, and I'm definitely going to repurchase this when I run out. And again, this does work for sensitive skin too. It does not break me out. Really, really recommend this one, especially for combination skin. So if you're not too dry and not too oily, you need something in between, this is the one I would go for. Now we're into foundations. Woohoo! Foundations! I'm not a big full coverage person, but if I had to pick my favorite full coverage foundation of the year, it would be the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. I got mine in the shade Fair Neutral. Now, one thing I will say, I know they have reformulated this. This is the old packaging. I don't love the doe foot applicator on the older packaging. It's okay, but this does come in a pump bottle now, which is why I'm recommending this one. And they did actually increase their shade range. Now, I know initially they released this product with such a minimal amount of shades, which is incredibly insulting. This is a large company. This is not an indie company. This is not a small company where they can't afford to do that. They absolutely are making a bad business decision by not catering to everyone's skin tones and types. And I just think it was just really poor decision, whoever came up with that decision, but they have rectified it, and they now have a wide enough range of skin tones that I can recommend it on my channel. Again, I'm not going to be recommending concealers and foundations that don't have a wide shade range because that's just pointless to me. I want the products I recommend, I want to work for my whole subscriber base, not just the people with my skin tone, not just really pale people. I want it to work for everybody. So I really do strive to find those products. So the reason I really like this one is because it lasts all day. I barely have to touch up at all. It lasts a good 8 hours before I have to even go in with powder, which is huge for me because I have really oily T-zone and I absolutely have to powder at least every 4 or 5 hours with my skin tone, especially because I want a more glowy, dewy finish usually. So, yeah. But this one, I really do like the formula on it. It gives me full coverage. Like, you cannot see any of my skin undertones. So I do not usually wear full coverage foundation, but I want to give that option for those of you who have severe skin issues, rosacea. Maybe you're a stage performer, maybe you're into drag makeup and you want a full beat face and you want to do a full glam look and you don't want to show any of your natural undertones or anything to your skin, which that has its time and place. This would be the one I would go for. The Tarte Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape Foundation. For application, I would definitely recommend having an exfoliated face before you use this. Make sure you thoroughly prep your skin with a good primer. I would recommend the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I have had really great luck using that one with this. And yeah, a really moisturized skin. You do not want to go in without a good skin prep with this one because it will show texture, it will show your pores and that kind of thing. So you do want to prep before you use it. But I would say that for any foundation, to be honest. I don't think it's the fault of the product if you're not prepping your skin properly before you use it. That's just how to apply foundation. So if you want a product that's going to last all day, and it does have a decent range of shades now for everybody, and it's not the cheapest, but it's not the most high end. I think it's about $40. And again, a little goes a long way with this. It's so concentrated and full of pigment. You're really getting what you pay for with this. I don't feel like it's a ripoff. So check out the Tarte Shape Tape Double Duty Beauty Foundation. Okay, so my other foundations I have to mention, I use a lot. I'm a skincare person. That's what I do. I have rosacea. I have to cover up my redness and all that. The one I've been using, my favorite light to medium coverage one for every day, and this is a new love. I just recently started using it and I'm obsessed with it. It is, for the price especially, it is like, I got this for under $10, under $10. Like, that's insane to me. Again, it depends on where you shop, just like with every drugstore product. But this is the CoverGirl Skin Milk foundation. It is a light to medium coverage. And I got the shade Porcelain 510. Now, I will say this does not have a ton of shades, which I don't love that. But again, if you can find one that matches you, you can find this in the drugstore, usually for under $10 or about $10. And I just think it's so good. It is moisturizing. It has coconut milk in it. It has aloe. It definitely is It gives your skin a slight satin finish. I would not say it's a dewy or glowy finish. It's a satin finish, but that's what I prefer for every day. This is my favorite, like, everyday natural makeup foundation. It really smooths out my skin. It doesn't feel heavy or itchy. Full coverage foundation can feel like you're wearing a mask. This does not feel like that. It feels comfortable. It's moisturizing. It sinks right into the skin. I don't feel like it sits in my fine lines or wrinkles. It does not emphasize texture. It does have a runnier consistency, and make sure you shake it before you use it. And yeah, the lack of shade ranges, those are the cons, but the pros outweigh the cons in my opinion. If you can find a shade that matches you, go check it out. My other favorite foundation, I wanted to mention this one because it says it's a skin tint, but I feel like it gives enough coverage to qualify as a light to medium coverage foundation, which is why I'm mentioning it. And it is on the pricier side. It is the Ilia Super Skin Tint SPF 40 serum. But the reason I mention it and why I think it's worth the price point is because of the skincare ingredients it has. So it knocks out your SPF for the day. It has skin nourishing ingredients like niacinamide, squalene, and hyaluronic acid in it. So it's really great for mature skin. It's really just going to help smooth everything out, make you glowy. It really improves the quality of your skin while giving you a little more glow and a little coverage. So this is like my favorite all-in-one product. So if you want to save a little bit of money, again, this sounds like it's a lot, it's 40, but you get your skincare, your SPF, and your foundation all in one go. So I would argue that it's actually more affordable because you only have to buy the one product instead of 2 other products in addition to your foundation. So the shade that I use is ST2 Tullum. They do have a decent range of skin undertones and skin tones, so there should be something for everybody. Highly recommend this one. It does have a slight earthy smell. Again, Ilia is a more natural makeup brand. They use a lot of organic oils and waxes, so that's just something to keep in mind when you use a more clean beauty product. It is going to have a slight earthy smell. That's just how it goes, but it doesn't smell rancid or off like the Milk Sculpt Stick did that I mentioned before. Another favorite foundation, again, this has been my favorite for the last 2 or 3 years, to be honest. I can never be without this foundation. It's more affordable too. Again, I usually try, if I have like a more affordable option, that's usually what I want for my budget too. So if I can find one that I love, I'm definitely going to share it with you guys. And it is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Foundation. It has a pretty little script on it. I will say this product can be a little messy, as you see there, like the pump. It just gets messy. That's just what happens with pumps. And this is almost empty. I've obviously used it. But this has a huge range of shades. It gives, I would say, light to medium coverage. It's very buildable. It is great for every day. And the fact that they have so many undertones as well, like they don't just have the right shades, they have the right undertones, which is huge when you're looking for a foundation match. So I think if you struggle to find vegan foundations that match you, this is a brand to look into because they have so many shades. Moisturizes my skin. It doesn't feel cakey, doesn't feel heavy on it. It gives good coverage, especially if you use like a flat top brush with this one. I feel you can just get amazing coverage with it. Now, this, if you are over 30, your favorite makeup product, the one you have to have, the one you get the most use out of is a concealer, is a good concealer. So I have three that I've been obsessed with this year and would highly recommend to anyone. Out of these 3, I would say the one I use the most, because it's the cheapest and it's very good also, is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Now, I think I've said before I did not like this under the eye, but I actually found that since my skin texture has improved and I've kind of fixed the moisture issue in my skin, so my skin just used to be so dry. Like, it would be oily in the T-zone, but so dry everywhere else and under my eyes and everything. So I looked like the Crypt Keeper when I put this under my eyes before. So that was my bad. It is not a bad product. I would recommend getting the hydrating camo concealer, not the original formula if you have dry skin or mature skin, because it definitely doesn't sit in the fine lines as much, and it does work under your eyes, which is huge for me. So yeah, this is the one I use the most because it's cheap, it's really good, and I can find it like anywhere, like when I go grocery shopping. My other two favorites that are more on the pricier side, but I still would recommend them, especially for the under eye area, is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I like it much better than their Shape Tape. Now, I wanted to mention, I know this is supposed to be a dupe of the Tarte Shape Tape. I like this better than the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I think this one's better. Like, the formula is better. It's more moisturizing. The color range, I don't know, the color works better for me. I don't know what about it, but I love this more than the Tarte Shape Tape. And it's like $20 cheaper, so get this one instead. But if you do want to go for a Tarte concealer, this one is great under the eye. It is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I like it. It's my favorite. If I had to pick between Tarte Shape Tape and this one, this is the one I would pick hands down. It sets really well, like quickly, and I don't need very much powder at all to set it completely. Like, I can just use a pressed powder instead of a loose powder, which loose powder, it does set your makeup for longer, but it does emphasize your lines a little bit more. So it is Light Neutral 22 is my shade, and it does work on the face as well as the under eye. So it's like my favorite all-purpose concealer. I love the Kosas Revealer Concealer. This one I use when I have really bad under eye circles. I got a shade a little more peachy and darker than my actual skin tone. So I use this as a color corrector when I have really dark under eye circles, especially when I have bad allergies. I notice I get the worst, like almost bruise-like under eye circles. So this one works for that. So yeah, just get like a shade darker than your brightening concealer. Get like a peach shade. So I use the 3.5 Warm shade, and that really works for color correcting for me, and that's what I use it for. It has caffeine in it. It's very moisturizing. It does perk up the under eye. It wakes up my under eye area. It does color correct very well when I have the really dark bruisey under eye circles, so highly recommend this. I wanted to recommend my top 3 lip products, and my top favorite of the year is the Hurrah Black Cherry Lip Balm. Like, this is my dream replacement for the Lip Smackers Dr. Pepper lip balm. I grew up with that stuff. It's like a tinted lip balm that's incredibly moisturizing, but this one has clean ingredients. This one's vegan as well. I think even the colorant in this is like plant-based, so if you are concerned with lake dyes and things like that in your makeup and you want just a super natural lip, this is a really great option for that. It has cacao butter. It has, the top ingredient is safflower oil, which is very nourishing for the lips. It goes great under lipstick too. Like, it's a thinner formula, so it sinks into the lips, and it's good for lip prep before you put on lipstick. And it's great on its own because it has a light black cherry tint color to it. It's so pretty. It reminds me a little bit of the Clinique Black Honey lip product. So if you're looking for like a My Lips But Better option, this is what I would pick. I love this Give lipstick by Gwen Stefani. It is the Anaheim Shine original recipe formula. It is the most gorgeous satin red lipstick. I'm wearing it today. It's like my perfect holiday red, pinup red. You can see that. Look at that beautiful satin shine. It is highly pigmented. It still feels very comfortable and moisturizing to wear. So definitely recommend this one. And you often can find this brand on sale at Sephora. So it might seem a little pricey. It's like $22 retail, but it often goes on sale. So this is like my perfect red shade. It's my top favorite lipstick of the year. And the whole line is vegan and cruelty-free if you were looking for an alternative to Kat Von D's makeup, because that's what I used to try her makeup out before all the problematic things came out about her. So I try to support other brands, and this is an all-vegan brand at Sephora, and I love Gwen Stefani, so recommend that. And this has been like my favorite for like winter and dry months. These ColourPop Fresh Kiss Hydrating Lip Stains. These give like the best of both worlds. Like it's like a lip gloss a little bit, but it also stains the lips. So like when the gloss kind of wears off, you are left with a very pretty color. Like it doesn't look patchy or streaky. It just leaves a soft stain on your lip. And it is very moisturizing. It's very pretty. I'll swatch it for you. This is the shade Cherry Up. So yeah, this is my favorite moisturizing lip look when I don't want to do like full-on glam or a lipstick look. This has been a good everyday moisturizing product that I really love. I think they're only $8 too. They're really affordable. My favorite mascara of the year is the Balm Mad Lash Mascara in black. I'm wearing it today. It gives really long, voluminous lashes, very full, very curled. I did want to mention, I feel super bad about this, you guys. And again, this is like why I hate having to search for vegan makeup, because it's so easy to overlook an ingredient. And I had recommended this Nude Tude palette, and it's not vegan. It has carmine in it. I don't know if you can see that there. So I apologize for that. If you've bought this on my recommendation, I feel so bad about that. I did want to mention it, so I would not recommend this one anymore. But I will try to find my perfect neutral vegan palette in the future, but I'm bummed about this one because I really loved it. Why do they have to throw carmine into everything? It's disgusting. It's like beetle shells. It's disgusting. So in this day and age, why do we have that as an option? It's really stupid to me, but whatever. So that was going to be my top favorite eyeshadow palette, but now I cannot use that in good conscience. So the runner-up, I would say, instead of that one, is the Naked Urban Decay Wild West palette. This one has a little more fallout than this one, which is why I liked this one more. But this one, as long as you apply it carefully and tap off any extra product, it does blend well. It does have a decent range of mattes and satins. I just wish it had more dark shades like browns and blacks or something like that for a little more contrast. But this is definitely my favorite vegan eyeshadow palette of the year. I really especially love that gold shade, that Hold'em shade right there. It is so pretty. And I love like these three mattes right here for like everyday eyeshadow looks. Would recommend this one. You can get it on eBay for pretty affordable prices, and it is certified vegan. My favorite eyebrow product of the year is by far this Urban Decay Brow Blade. I use the shade Taupe Trap. I love that it's a double-sided product. See, it has this pen here to draw on the individual brows, and then it has the pencil side right here. It's a nice, thin, very small pencil. You do not have to sharpen, which I love. I'm lazy. The shade's perfect for blonde people. I'm wearing it today. I would say more like a dirty blonde, mousy blonde color. That's my natural shade. So it works really great for me, and I love it. Can't really say too much more about it other than that I love it and it works amazing. So highly recommend that. My favorite powder foundation of the year is Wander Beauty's powder foundation. I like this one too as like a finishing powder. So if I have like a lighter coverage, like if I use like a tinted moisturizer, like the Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer, and I just want a tiny bit more coverage in the T-zone area, I like using this one as like a finishing powder. Now you can use it on its own, but I don't prefer to use it that way. I use it kind of, I don't know if you remember MAC Studio Fix powder. It's very much like that, except this is a more luxe formula. It has more skin soothing ingredients. It has a moisturizing formula. It's a clean beauty product, so it's great for that if you're a clean beauty person. And yeah, I use the shade Fair Pale. They are Leaping Bunny certified. This is vegan, and I think the packaging is a little cheap. I don't love that, but the product itself is great as a finishing powder. And if you do love a matte foundation, this is the one I'd recommend for mature skin, combo skin. And my shade that I use is Fair Pale. So that is my favorite powder foundation of the year. My favorite bronzer of the year would have to go to the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. This is the one I use every day. It's a beautiful peachy terracotta shade. It's matte, so it doesn't emphasize texture. Sometimes I want to be able to control like the glitter or the sheen in my skin. So I want to be able to use a matte product and then just put the sheen wherever I want it to go with like a finishing powder. This is my top bronzer of the year. My favorite contouring product of the year has to be the Bahama Mama bronzer. It's technically a bronzer, but it definitely is cool toned and it works great for contouring. I used it for contouring today. If you can see that, it just gives a nice natural sculpt to the face. I think this color would work for a lot of people for contouring. So it's hard to find a good cool toned, finely milled contouring product that doesn't cost $1 million. So I think retail this is $20, but I got it on sale for like $10. So cannot beat this stuff. If you're looking for a good contour, if you're fair, this is the one. Just use a lighter hand with it. Just make sure to tap off any excess on the back of your hand and you're good to go. My favorite golden glowy bronzer and cream formula bronzer of the year is the Ilia Sunshift bronzer. It is in the shade Eclipse. This one I have to use a light hand with it because it does have a beautiful golden sheen to that, if you can see that. But it can emphasize, if you have acne scarring, it can emphasize some of that texture. So I just try to be really careful with the way I apply it. So the way I apply it, like I'll take an angled brush like this, and then I'll apply it into the brush like this, and then I will tap that onto the back of my hand to get off any excess product, and then I will go and lightly apply it where I want it. But that's what it looks like fully swashed into the skin. As you can see, it just gives a gorgeous sheen. It is not too warm where it's going to make me look like Chester Cheeto. It's just a beautiful sheen. It's gorgeous. I love it. And especially if you don't have textured skin or acne scarring, you're going to love it. Like it's perfect and it's great for mature skin. And again, this is a clean product. So again, I hate to use like the word clean because every makeup product, you know, has ingredients in it that could be questionable for some people, that could interfere with sensitive skin. Again, it's all relative, but I think this is a fairly clean product if that does matter to you. And it's vegan and cruelty free, which always matters to me. My favorite highlighter, overall finishing powder of the year. Yeah, if you're not new here, you know I use it all the time. I hate the packaging. That's the one thing I will say about it. For the price, I feel like the packaging is cheap. Because it was $35 or no, $36 when I bought it. So the packaging is hella cheap. Don't love that. But I buy it for the product. You get a good amount of product. And this is an amazing dupe of the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. Like, oh my gosh, just straight up dupe of that. It gives me the most beautiful glow to my skin. I used it as a highlighter today. If you can see that, like right here, just gives the most subtle, beautiful glow to the skin. It looks like candlelight glowing on your skin. This is in the shade Starlit. So been using it almost every day, literally. Other product that I use constantly and I mix it in with my foundation, I do not use it as a primer, is the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. It's the dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. And this is a fraction of the price. I'm always going to go with the cheaper option. It gives a nice blurred effect to the skin, kind of scatters light a little bit, makes you look glowy and lit from within. And yeah, I just mix it in with my foundation and my primer. Like I just all mix it together and then apply it. That's the way I do it. I use the shade Fair Light. My favorite overall powder, my favorite setting powder. I think I do want to change the way I do my makeup as I'm getting older. I find unless I absolutely need it, like if I need to like set my makeup for literally 12 to 24 hours, then I will use loose powder and apply that under my eye and everything. But I find the most natural finish for me is to use a very finely milled pressed powder. And my favorite one I've used this year is this Quiet On Set by The Balm. Again, I got this like half off. I think it was like $10. and it's so finely milled and just silky smooth, like absolutely stunning as a setting powder, especially under the eye. It does not emphasize fine lines. And I actually used this midway through filming this video because I was starting to like sweat a little bit, and it helped save my makeup and save the day for filming. So I also think the name is cute, like Quiet on Set, like it's talking about setting the makeup, but it's like a subtle setting powder. It's cute. It's cute. And I love the inclusivity, like that they have an Asian woman on the cover. Just absolutely love that. The shade I have is Fair Neutral, which works great for me. The only thing I don't love is that they only have 4 shades. So that's not great, but again, it's a translucent powder, so I don't find that that is as big of a deal as foundation, but again, just keep that in mind. My favorite blush of the year, and again, this is an oldie but goodie. Sometimes the classics are classics for a reason. It's not broke, don't fix it. Is the Milani Rose d'Oro Baked Blush. Oh my God, I'm wearing this one today. It is the most beautiful, luminous, glowy rose color in the world. I could just stare into this pan all day. It is made in Italy. Like, Italy makes some of the most beautiful makeup on the planet, the most high quality makeup. And this is drugstore too. Like, I think you can definitely get this for like $10 or under. It's highly pigmented, but still easy to blend. Like, for being a darker shade, I was able to blend it out fairly well. I'll swatch it for you guys. But just look at that. Look at that subtle gold shift in there. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's like my favorite winter blush, like when you want that I've been out in the snow and I've been a snow angel and I've been kissed by the winter wind kind of look. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, if you want that kind of like lit from within winter glow kind of look, this is the one I would recommend. And this would work on medium to dark skin tones, I feel too. It's a very versatile blush. My favorite foundation primer. Again, e.l.f. is knocking it out of the park. They usually do. I know some people don't love that they dupe products because this is the dupe of like the Milk primer. I can't remember what the Milk primer is called, but it's a dupe of one of their primers. It's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I had been using this one as well this year. I didn't like this one as much as this one. Maybe I just don't love silicone based primers as much anymore. I don't know. I just find that this makes my foundation last all day, like literally at least 12 plus hours. And it just instantly sinks into the skin. It doesn't feel super thick like the silicone based primers can. I just feel like it makes my foundation look amazing and makes it last and keeps it from like shifting and settling into my fine lines all day. So this is a holy grail product for me. I will keep buying it as long as they keep making it. I wanted to give this one an honorable mention too for primer products. This one specifically for the eyes. It's the Milani eyeshadow primer. It is absolutely amazing. This is a good dupe for like the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It definitely does make my metallic shadows more intense and kind of foils them, makes them look a little bit more shimmery. And it does help, especially I have hooded eyes. It really helps in that little crease area, keep the makeup from like constantly creasing all day. Like, it smooths it out. Just helps it last a lot longer. And this is affordable too. I think, yeah, $8 or something like that. Go out and get it. My favorite lip liner of the year is the Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in the shade 1993. It's just the perfect neutral lip liner for when I want to do a more my lips but better kind of look. It is like a brownish blushy color. Just absolutely love it. And it does give 90s vibes, which is probably another reason I like it. I like to do 90s makeup, grungy makeup. I love a good lined lip, and this definitely gives that effect. I know that's kind of coming into makeup a little bit more, is like showing a prominent lip liner, but this one works either way. You can like where it's like a visible lip liner, or you can blend it out a little bit into your lipstick. It just keeps it from feathering, especially if you have mature skin. You need a good lip liner. It keeps your lips from feathering into wrinkles or anything like that. So this one's creamy, but it still sets decently well. It's not going to move all over the place. And this color is so versatile. It works for so many of my lipstick shades. So would highly recommend that one. And last but not least is an oldie but goodie setting spray. It is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is the one I use for when I know I'm going to be filming all day and I'm going to be in the kitchen. Like when I do my cooking videos, I definitely need this. It keeps me from keeps my makeup from sweating off. It just really sets everything. It takes away the powdery look when you apply powder products to your face. It just helps everything meld into your skin. And yeah, just makes your makeup last so long. I don't love the smell, but I know it's going to do its job. It's very much a staple in my makeup routine. It's an oldie but goodie for a reason. So highly recommend this one. Last but not least, let's do hair care. I have some vegan hair care products for you guys that I've been loving this year. I have very thick, very naturally wavy hair. And so when I want to bring out the curl in my hair, my go-to leave-in conditioner is this Curl Talk leave-in conditioner product for curly hair. It says it's for all curl types. I can only speak from my own experience. I have wavy curly hair. It's not quite kinky, but it's definitely not just a very subtle wave either. It's in between. So claims are it's gluten-free, silicone-free, alcohol-free, which that's great because alcohol will dry out your hair like nothing else. And it has rice complex in it. Let your curls do the talking. Create maximized definition with lasting elasticity and shine. Seal in moisture and control frizz while providing manageable, lustrous locks that enhance your natural curls. And it says formulated with rice curl complex, a blend of rice, keratin, amino acids, and enzymes to hydrate, condition, and protect and enhance curl. It is my go-to leave-in conditioner. I try not to wash my hair more than like once a week because I have such dry, coarse hair. If I do more than once, it becomes a frizzy mess. So I definitely do this as my leave-in conditioner. And when I want to like reset my curls, I'll just wet my hair a little bit and then put a little bit more of this in. And then it helps set the texture of the curl so it's not as frizzy. But yeah, I would recommend this one. It smells really good too. And the brand is Not Your Mother's Defining Curl Talk Cream. And as somebody with bangs now, I have bangs, I need a dry shampoo. Okay, any working person, any exhausted human being living on this planet that doesn't wash their hair every day, you need a good dry shampoo. It's like an essential. You have to have a good dry shampoo if you want your hair to look good. This is the one that I love. It is cruelty-free vegan, bodybuilding plump for joy dry shampoo, Not Your Mother's brand. I love the smell. It's orange mango. Oh, my hair smells so good when I use this. And you don't want to spray it very close to your hair. It says to do about 6 inches out. And then I just spray it right into my root and then I massage it. And especially my bangs, like when I'm going on 2-day, 3-day bangs, this really helps take some of the oil out so they don't separate on your forehead and split. Because that's a big problem with bangs. If any of you have bangs, you know what I'm talking about. Your bangs will split when your hair gets oily. They won't sit flat on your forehead. So this takes out any extra oil from that and helps them sit properly on the forehead. So yeah, these two have been my favorite hair care products of the year. Make sure to leave a comment and tell me what your favorite vegan cruelty-free products were of the year, what you can't live without. Maybe even tell me the products you hated. I am going to do another video where we're going to talk about products that disappointed me this year, that let me down, that just kind of were meh. I think it's important to do those videos too and not just talk about what we like. Be honest, you know? So I'm going to do that video. But yeah, tell me what you love. Tell me what you hate. Tell me what videos you want to see in the future. I would love to hear back from you guys. I love to interact. I love to chat with you guys. So please leave me comments. And I hope you guys are having an amazing holiday season. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. Give yourself time to process your feelings and emotions, because I know it's a hard time of year. Just make sure you're checking in with yourself and taking care of yourself. So happy holidays from the Cutsforth family, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye, guys.